We've been talking a lot about food on the show, which I enjoy. So we had Raquel's spicy flavors, we had Randy's salmon, and I thought, let's keep the food talk going. Talk to me, my guests on the show today, about the best meal you've ever had, but also the cheapest best meal you've ever had. And I'm starting with the chef, because I love to hear about this stuff from chefs. Randy, cheap, amazing. What was the meal?
Los Tacos, New York City, just came across it. And actually, funny enough, just left lunch at Le Bernardin Den and dropped like $900 on lunch. So I needed something very reasonable to get through the day. And there's a lineup at the door, and I was like, well, this has got to be pretty good. Tacos were like $1.25. And they were like doing the shells. They were doing, you want flour or corn to order. There was 2 or 3 options, chicken, beef, and cactus, and that was it. And the rate and the speed, they were boom, 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 boom. Like, here you go. But like $6 later, and we're like, oh, was that better than lunch? Was that better than lunch? I don't know.
There's nothing like spending $1,000 on a meal and being like, I'm hungry. What do you want to do? Right? That's what happens with a lot of these gourmet meals. Okay, Tamara, how about you? Best, cheapest meal you ever had?
So the thing my brain immediately went to is when I was pregnant with Noah and we were renovating our kitchen, so we couldn't really, cook. We had all the mini fridge in the living room, and I got burritos almost every day from Chino Locos, which is in Toronto, and they do this burrito with chow mein noodles in it that's very different and unusual. And, I love that. And we started calling Noah like the burrito baby because like he was nourished by those burritos.
I love it. And we were also going to name Eva Chipotle Perron because I lived at Chipotle during that pregnancy. Okay, Bruce, how about you? Cheap and good.
I was backpacking late in high school by myself, and this was before I was a conscious spender. I was just cheap, like cheap. I was living on bread and water on this backpacking trip, and I dropped like 20 pounds. I was a stick.
Oh my gosh.
But I met up with a friend from high school, Alisa Maras, and she spoke Italian, and she took me to some whatever pizzeria and bought me a slice of a margarita pizza. This is on the Amalfi Coast in Sorrento, and I ate that pie looking out over the ocean, and my world was never the same. It was the most delicious piece of pizza I'd ever consumed.
That was
and
good
I don't think it has
pizza.
been surpassed.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? Part of it is like the moment you're in.
It's the moment.
It's the moment you're in and the fact that you were starving.
Yes. And I was like, you know, you could have more than just bread.
Right.
You could have like sauce and stuff on there.
That's amazing. T, how about you? Cheap and good. Best meal.
Well, I was in my 20s and I went to Manzanillo, Mexico.
Yes.
And it was one of those places that was like a back alley. Like every city has them. Toronto has them. You know, after a club, everybody goes to this place. It's really, really cheap. And actually, like, I will be honest, it wasn't even sanitary. Like, I was looking around and I was like, there's like this isn't very sanitary. It was one older lady back there making tacos. Those were the best tacos. And like Bruce, I've never tasted a taco that good since.
Ooh, these stories sound good. I need some tacos, pizzas, and burritos.